Two New Jersey housewives have been suspended from filming. We're learning more on what led to Carl Radke and Lindsay Hubbard's split, and Michael and Danielle's breakup gets messy. Hey everyone, welcome into a reality recap where we are talking about the biggest headlines from the biggest reality shows, everything from Bravo to The Bachelor, and do we have a lot to discuss today. But before we get into it, if you are new here, please be sure to subscribe to our channel, ring the bell so you never miss out on any reality updates. As always, I'm your host, Morgan Wright. We're gonna start in Bravo land with the Real Housewives of New Jersey. A physical altercation has led to some suspensions. So Jennifer Aydin and Danielle Cabral have been reportedly suspended from the Real Housewives of New Jersey due to a physical altercation at an event that was hosted by Teresa Giudice. According to Page 6, the two got in a heated argument that ramped up and turned into physical violence. So one source told Page 6 that Jennifer pushed Danielle during the argument, and Danielle retaliated by crumpling her plastic cup and hurling it towards Jennifer's face, drawing blood. Another source for the outlet, however, says that Jennifer only got a scratch. So there's one detail that we're kind of hearing two different stories from. The source tells Page 6 that video footage has been reviewed to help determine whether Cabral threw the plastic cup at Aydin's face or if she hit her while holding it, as incongruent accounts circulate behind the scenes amid an ongoing investigation that was immediately launched by Bravo and Sirens Media, which is the production company that shoots The Real Housewives of New Jersey. In the meantime, while this investigation is going on, both Jennifer Aydin and Danielle Cabral will not be filming this upcoming season of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. We don't know how long this investigation is going to take, so we don't know how long these two will be out of filming, but we will keep you updated as we get them. Summer House's Carl Radke and Lindsay Hubbard were reportedly attending couples therapy before their shocking split. New details are emerging as to what caused Carl Radke to end his engagement to Lindsay Hubbard just 3 months before they were set to wed in Mexico. So according to Us Weekly, a source says, quote, they had actually seen a counselor, but Carl didn't think it was a good way to start their forever together. The source says Carl had major fundamental issues before the wedding and wanted to take an honest look at them. Sobriety was a big issue for him. The source adds that Lindsay had become sober, but then incorporated drinking back into her lifestyle. The source continued and said he was nervous about their future together without figuring things out. Things were not resolved between Carl and Lindsay as the wedding was approaching. Now, about this breakup that we've been hearing a lot about, was it planned? Was it on camera? The source says his intention was not to break up with her. He only wanted to address their relationship, and it went south. The Insider tells Us Magazine it wasn't supposed to be a breakup, but it escalated. And in the meantime, Carl and Lindsay have not spoken, but that they have communicated via text through friends as things had to be dealt with around the wedding fallout. This comes as Lindsay Hubbard went on her bachelorette party this past weekend, if you want to call it a bachelorette party, in the Bahamas with all of her girlfriends. They were posting lots of pictures and videos. It looks like they had a good time. However, I'm sure this week might be a little bit more difficult. You have this extravagant trip with loads of your girlfriends and you're partying and you're having fun, and then you come back to the reality that you still have a bit of a mess on your hands. So we'll keep you updated with Lindsay and Carl as well. We want to move over to the mess in the Bachelor universe because Danielle Maltby and Michael Leo's breakup has gotten very messy. We told you last week that Michael confirmed his breakup with Danielle on Jason Tartick's podcast. It was very short. He pretty much just said, she and I are not together. That prompted Danielle to post to her Instagram stories on Friday, saying, I've been getting many notifications regarding Jason's podcast. And while I was shocked to find out my breakup would be announced in this fashion, I feel I have to address it now. She continued and said this breakup was not a mutual decision, arriving at some perception of incompatibilities. She did say, however, I do hope for the best for Michael, and I will always have James in my heart as we move forward separately. Then she went on her podcast, WOMED, and told the story about the day that Michael broke up with her. It just so happened to be the day after Danielle got done doing an egg retrieval. She was freezing her eggs. So on her podcast, she's been detailing that journey. And then for the first time, she opened up and said that the very next day after her egg retrieval is when Michael broke up with her. Obviously, that warranted a big reaction from Bachelor Nation fans. How could Michael do that the day after, she got her egg retrieval? That caused him to then go on his Instagram story and say, ask me anything. I want to get this out there. So people were asking, why did you have Danielle move to Cleveland if you weren't ready for this relationship? People were asking, why did you break up with her the day after her egg retrieval? And he said his answer to the first question about why she moved to Cleveland was they wanted to give it their best shot. They wanted to live in the same city. He was not able to move to Nashville because of his son and his family commitments here. He said that Danielle was looking for a change. She was looking to move from Nashville. She didn't like her job there that much, that she was looking at Chicago or other cities, and that they decided together that she would move to Cleveland. About breaking up with her on the day after her egg retrieval, he said that the two had conversations in couples therapy about him not wanting any more children, and that Danielle did want children. This potentially could be one of those incompatibilities that he was referencing. We really don't know. But he also said that Danielle freezing her eggs was a decision for her. And he just really stressed the fact that he did not want any more children. He said it didn't fit his lifestyle. He couldn't see himself having another child while raising James. So while he didn't really go into specifics, it kind of alludes to the fact that not that Danielle was doing this on her own, but that Danielle wasn't doing this to potentially have a child with Michael. That's kind of the feeling that I was picking up from what he was saying in that Q&A. He since has said he's logging off social media, which to me says it's starting to get to his mental health, and that he needs a break from all of the noise. So he will take a break. In happier news, we had a bachelor wedding over the weekend. Dean Ungler and Caelynn Miller-Keys tied the knot over the weekend in Colorado, near where Dean grew up. So according to People magazine, the couple's Camp Bell wedding theme was a sentimental nod to Miller-Keys' longtime love for summer camp and Ungler's late mother, Debbie Bell, who passed away from breast cancer when he was a teenager. And their plan has been after the wedding to change their last name to Bell in her honor, which I think is very sweet. Caelynn told People magazine that they wanted everyone to experience a camp weekend, a camp getaway. So she said, and quote, "We also wanted a way for everyone to be together all weekend versus just for a night or two. When we toured this venue, we immediately knew it was the one. Everyone has their own cabin and is staying on the property." So to kick the wedding weekend off, Caelynn and Dean hosted a bright and colorful welcome dinner where all 75 guests enjoyed a meal together at one long table. Then they camped out together all weekend, and during the ceremony, they had minimal decoration. Everything was white and green. It was in the middle of the woods. Caelynn had 2 dresses. The ceremony dress, she said she wanted something simple, classic, and elegant. She said the designer allowed me to make a few customizations, lowered the waistline a bit, removed the pockets, and added a removable corset. She later had an outfit changed into a satin dress for the reception. Following the wedding, Caelynn says her and her new husband will head to Aspen to relax and enjoy being married before they jet off to South Africa in December for a honeymoon. And last but certainly not least, the Golden Bachelor star is dishing on the drama that happens on the Senior Bachelor. We are so excited for this new spinoff. I mean, I'm loving all of the promos, meeting the women on social media. Gary is just the cutest thing ever. So obviously they're doing a lot of press before the season kicks off this week. Gary told Entertainment Weekly that there actually isn't a lot of drama between the women. He said the women are genuinely happy for each other. He said they're already planning an annual reunion. They're cooking for each other. They're helping each other with wardrobe. He said there's not a single person that has tried to use manipulation for their own advantage. One of the contestants, her name is Sandra. She is from Doraville, Georgia. She told Entertainment Weekly, "What we have all decided in private conversations and even on camera is that there's no need to be catty here, even when the numbers whittle down." She said, "We don't need to tear each other down. Now, I don't know how the production company will like this kumbaya, but they will figure it out." So speaking of production, the Golden Bachelor producers are also saying they kind of anticipated that there wouldn't be as much catty drama as the normal seasons of The Bachelor or The Bachelorette. Executive producer Jason Elric said, "We entered this thinking there's going to be hope, a lot of heart, and a lot of humor in the show. We weren't really sure if there would be any drama." Fellow executive producer Claire Freeland pointed out how anytime you have multiple people vying for the attention of one person, there's going to be some drama that comes with that, but she also said, "No cattiness, but lots of laughs." She said, "A lot of times I feel like I'm watching a sitcom." I think this is exactly what the Bachelor franchise needs. Something lighthearted, something fun, something that we can all get behind and root for without the petty drama of people, stealing crowns off the head and Shrimpgate and whatever catfight you want to think of right now. Just go ahead and insert it into this conversation. Of course, we're so excited for The Golden Bachelor to premiere on Thursday, September 28th at 8 p.m. Eastern on ABC. All right, that does it for our reality recap. Let us know what you think of any of these stories in the comments. What do you make of Danielle and Michael's messy breakup? Lindsay and Carl's messy breakup? Are you happy for Dean and Caelynn? We love to hear from our Shared News family, so make sure you drop a comment and opinion in the comment section below. Before you head out, like this video and subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on any reality recaps. As always, I'm your host, Morgan Wright, and we will see you back next time. Bye.